Dear students, so far we went through vital force theory proposed by Berzelius and causes or reasons for the existence of large number of organic compounds, mainly three reasons. First one is self-linking property of carbon called catenation property of carbon. Second one is tetravalency of carbon. Third one is isomerism. We know almost all organic compounds exhibit isomerism, and we went to the modern definition of organic chemistry. So in this session, let me discuss hybridization. What is hybridization? Different types of hybridization shown by carbon atom. Explanation for the different types of hybridization with suitable examples. Formation of sigma bond and pi bond. Then influences of hybridization on bond length, bond strength and electronegativity of carbon atom. Actually, unit number 4, chemical bonding and molecular structure. In that chapter, you will have a detailed account of different types of hybridization, shapes of different molecules, sigma bond, pi bond, but that chapter is not yet started. That is why I have planned to give few idea regarding hybridization in this unit. Okay, first of all, let us try to understand what is hybridization. Okay, what is hybridization? Hybridization is a phenomenon of intermixing of two or more atomic orbitals of an atom of same or comparable energies to form equal number of new orbitals called hybrid orbitals of identical shape and same energy. See here, what happens during hybridization? During hybridization, two or more atomic orbitals will be mixed up. As a result of this, atomic orbitals will lose their identity and redistribution of their energies take place. As a result of this, we get equal number of hybrid orbitals. That means number of hybrid orbitals formed is always equal to the number of atomic orbitals undergoing hybridization. For example, say one s orbital and one p orbital. Here one s and one p. Say two orbitals are undergoing hybridization. You see here, you know about atomic orbitals because you studied all these things in unit number 2, that is structure of atom. You know shape of s orbital, shape of p orbital, shape of d orbital. What is the shape of s orbital? Spherical in shape. P orbital, dumbbell shape. D orbital, dumbbell. F orbital, triple dumbbell. It has got complex structure. Use here 1s and 1p. totally 2 orbitals are undergoing hybridization. After hybridization, we get two hybrid orbitals. The number of hybrid orbitals formed is always equal to the number of atomic orbitals undergoing hybridization. Here, two atomic orbitals are undergoing hybridization. We get two hybrid orbitals. Name of this hybrid orbital is sp. We get two sp hybrid orbitals. Suppose one s and two p orbitals, totally 3, 1s and 2, totally 3 atomic orbitals are undergoing hybridization. So in this case we get 3 hybrid orbitals of identical shape and same energy. Your 3 hybrid, name of the hybrid orbital is sp2. 1 s and 2 p gives 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Suppose 1s and 3p atomic orbitals are undergoing hybridization. Say here 1s and 3p, totally 4 atomic orbitals are undergoing hybridization. Therefore, we must get 4 hybrid orbitals. So we get 4. What's the name of the hybrid orbital? 1s, 3p. It is called sp3 hybrid orbitals. See here, atomic orbitals are of different shape. S orbital is spherical in shape, while p has got dumbbell shape. But after hybridization, we get new orbitals called hybrid orbitals. Point is to be noted, hybrid orbitals would have same energy and they would have identical shape. Therefore, it is very clear that during hybridization, atomic orbitals will lose their identity. As well, they lose their identity, and redistribution of energies takes place to give orbitals of identical energy. You see here, before atomic orbitals, here 1s and 1p, there is a slight difference in their energy. 1s and 2p, 2p have got same energy, while s orbital has got slightly less. Therefore, during hybridization, what happens? Two or more atomic orbitals of same atom of slightly different energies or same energies intermix to form new orbitals called hybrid orbitals. What is the special features of hybrid orbitals? Hybrid orbitals will be of same shape. They would have same energy. This is the special feature of hybrid orbitals, and hybrid orbitals can make very effective overlapping as compared to atomic orbitals. These things will be studied in uh, unit number 4. Okay. Now I think definition is okay. Now what is hybridization? It is a phenomenon of intermixing, combination, intermixing of two or more atomic orbitals of an atom. What happens during hybridization? Mainly redistribution of energies of atomic orbitals takes place to give equal number of hybrid orbitals of identical shape and same energy. This is hybridization. Our carbon atom undergoes 3 different types of hybridization, namely sp, sp2 and sp3. My job is to explain sp3, sp2 and sp with suitable example. Okay, let me explain sp3 hybridization. taking methane as an example. Methane, CH4, very familiar to you all. Let me explain. sp3 hybridization, taking CH4 as an example. Okay. Okay, see here, atomic number of carbon is 6. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. This is the ground state electronic configuration. This can also be written as 1s2, 2s2, 2p x1, 2p y1, 2p z0. There is no electron in pz. Okay, during bond formation, that means in the excited state, one of the 2s electron, there are 2 electrons in 2s orbital, one of the 2s electron get shifted to 2pz. Therefore, electronic configuration of carbon in the excited state is 1s2, valence, it becomes 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, one of the 2s electrons gets shifted to pz, therefore it becomes 2pz1. You see here, in the excited state, carbon has got 4 unpaired electrons, 4 half-filled orbitals, 2s, 1, 2p x1, 2p y1, 2p z1. All these 4 half-filled orbitals, all these 4 orbitals are available for bond formation. But you see here, in the excited state, during the formation of methane, you see here, our carbon undergoes, in methane, our carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization before forming bonds with hydrogen atom. These 4 atomic orbitals, 1s and 3p atomic orbitals, undergo hybridization, intermixing. So, use here these 3, 1s and 3p orbitals, 1s orbital and 3p orbitals undergo hybridization to form 4sp3 hybrid orbital of identical shape and same energy. And how are they oriented? Actually, 4 hybrid orbitals, 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are directed towards the 4 corners of tetrahedron. Therefore, angle between any 2 orbital is 109.5 degree. So, like this, let me show the orientation of sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are there. So, this is our carbon atom. Say 1 sp3 hybrid orbital, another sp3 hybrid orbital, third sp3 hybrid orbital, and fourth one. You see here, this is the orientation of, see here, actually it is a tetrahedron. You see here, these are the 4 corners of tetrahedron, 4 hybrid orbital, sp3, sp3 and sp3 and sp3. You see here, in case of methane, our carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. Therefore, carbon contains 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals directed towards the four corners. This is one corner, second one, third one, fourth. Four corners of tetrahedron. Then you see here CH4, there are 4 hydrogen atoms. Atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So, electronic configuration 1s1. Each hydrogen contains 1 electron in s orbital. Shape of the s orbital is spherical. Now, use here, let us think of the utilization of these orbitals. Actually, use here, one sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon overlaps with s orbital of hydrogen. Use here, overlapping of atomic orbital. sp3 hybrid orbital overlaps with spherical shape s orbital of hydrogen to form a bond. Here, each hybrid orbital contains 1 electron. Each s orbital contains 1. Therefore, an electron pair is shared between carbon and hydrogen to form a covalent bond. A covalent bond is formed by sharing a pair of electrons. If an electron pair is shared between two atoms, a covalent bond will be formed. Here, an electron pair is shared between carbon and hydrogen. And point is to be noted, this bond is formed by the overlapping of atomic orbital. So, the sp3 hybrid orbital has been overlapped with s orbital of hydrogen along the axis. If atomic orbital overlap along the axis, it's called axial overlapping or head-on overlapping or end-to-end overlapping, that leads to the formation of sigma bond. So, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು covalent bond ಈಗ form ಆಯಿತು. This bond is formed by overlapping of, this bond is formed by overlapping of two orbitals. One is sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon and s orbital of hydrogen. So, these two orbitals have been overlapped along the axis. So, overlapping of atomic orbitals along the axis leads to the formation of a sigma bond. Use a CH bond is formed. In the same manner, this sp3 overlaps with s orbital of hydrogen. Is there s orbital of hydrogen. Again, a sigma bond is formed between carbon and hydrogen. This sp3 overlaps with s orbital of hydrogen along the axis to form a sigma CH bond. You see? Again, this one, it overlaps with s orbital of fourth hydrogen atom along the axis to form a CH bond. Therefore, the angle between any two orbital is 109 degree, 109.5 degree. So, the shape of methane is called tetrahedral geometry. It has got tetrahedral geometry, or shape of methane molecule is tetrahedral. Okay, this is about sp3 hybridization. Okay, once again, let me explain sp3 hybridization. Before that, what is hybridization is known to us. What is hybridization? Intermixing. Just intermixing of two or more atomic orbitals of an atom of slightly different or same energy, comparable energy, to give equal number of hybrid orbitals of identical shape and same energy. Point is to be noted, what happens during hybridization? Combining atomic orbitals lose their identity. Second point is redistribution of the energies of atomic orbitals takes place. Then number of hybrid orbitals formed is always equal to the number of atomic orbitals combining. Then hybrid orbitals would have, they will have same shape and they would have identical energy. So this is about hybridization. And again we know our carbon undergoes three different types of hybridization: sp3, sp2 and sp. How is sp3 hybrid orbital formed? When 1s and 3p orbitals undergo hybridization. When 1s and 1p orbitals are undergoing hybridization, they give sp hybrid orbitals. If 1s and 2p orbitals undergo hybridization, they give sp2 hybrid orbitals. Okay, already I explained sp3 hybridization taking methane as an example. So what is our job here? First our job is to write the electronic configuration of carbon in the ground state, then write in the excited state. In the excited state you can see 4 half-filled orbitals in the valence shell. Okay, that means 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. In methane, our carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. Therefore, 1s and all the 3p orbitals undergo hybridization to form 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. And we know these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals are oriented, they are directed towards the four corners of tetrahedron. Afterwards, these 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals overlap with s orbital, the spherical s orbitals of 4 hydrogen atoms along the axis to form 4 sigma bond, 4 CH sigma bond. Here is one CH, CH, CH and CH. Okay, angle between any two bond is 109.5 degree. This is about sp3 hybridization. Let me explain sp2 hybridization taking ethene as an example. Ethene C2H4 ethene or CH2 double bond CH2. Let me explain. There are two carbon atoms. Again our job is simple. Again our job is to write the electronic configuration of carbon in the ground state. Ground state. What is the electronic configuration of carbon in the ground state? As usual, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Or it could be written as 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz0. Okay, electronic configuration of carbon in the excited state becomes, what happens in the excited state? One of the 2s electron gets shifted to 2p. Therefore, electronic configuration of carbon in the excited state becomes 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1. Again we can see 4 half-filled orbitals in the valence shell of excited carbon atom. But in ethylene, carbon undergoes sp2 hybridization. Therefore, it utilizes 1s and 2p orbital. Point is to be noted, in ethene, carbon undergoes sp2 hybridization. Therefore, it utilizes 1s and 2p, while 2pz does not take part in hybridization. 1 s and 2p to give 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. See here, this is very important. In ethene, carbon undergoes sp2 hybridization. Therefore, it utilizes one s orbital and two p orbitals for hybridization. Here 2pz does not take part in hybridization, so it is called unhybridized p orbital. They all contain one electron each. Okay, now use here each carbon. There are two carbon atoms in ethene. Each carbon atom now contains, each carbon atom in its valence shell contains 3 hybrid orbitals and one unhybridized pz orbital containing an unpaired electron. Point is to be noted, each carbon atom, there are two carbon atoms. Each carbon atom undergoes sp2 hybridization. Therefore, in the excited state, each carbon atom contains 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals and one unhybridized p orbital, totally 4 orbitals. sp2 hybrid orbitals, 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals have got same shape. They have got only one lobe, while unhybridized p orbital has got two lobes, dumbbell shape. Point is to be noted. And in this case, use 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals lie in one plane. They lie in one plane, while unhybridized p orbital lies perpendicular to the hybrid orbitals. Let me draw the orbital diagram of ethene. Now you see here, there are two carbon atoms. Let me do like this. Each carbon contains 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, and these sp2 hybrid orbitals are directed towards the three corners of equilateral triangle. Angle is 120. Angle between any two orbital is 120 degree. It is like this. Is here one sp2 hybrid orbital, another say sp2 hybrid orbital. Say this is third sp2 hybrid orbital. Third sp2 hybrid orbitals. These three hybrid orbitals lie in the same plane, and it contains one more unhybridized orbital. It is perpendicular. It has got dumbbell shape. It has got two lobes. Say this is our unhybridized pz orbital. This is sp2, 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 while this is pz orbital, pz containing an unpaired electron. Same thing can be seen here. It contains 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. They are directed towards the three corners of equilateral triangle. Angle between any two orbital is 120 degree. It is like this. This is the orientation of sp2 hybrid orbital. So one sp2, say another sp2, say third sp2 hybrid orbital. Again it contains one unhybridized p orbital which is perpendicular to the plane of hybrid orbitals. So it lies like this. Is here. This is here p2pz unhybridized. So this is unhybridized p orbital. Okay, this is the case. Okay, now utilization. So C2H4, there are 2 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atom. Use here utilization of sp2 hybrid orbital. So sp2 hybrid orbital of this carbon overlaps with s orbital of one hydrogen atom along the axis to form a sigma bond. Again, this atomic orbital overlaps with s orbital of hydrogen along the axis to form a CH bond. This sp2 hybrid orbital overlaps with s orbital of hydrogen to form a sigma bond. So fourth one, this sp2 hybrid orbital overlaps with s orbital of hydrogen along the axis to form a sigma bond. So here this is how each carbon utilizes its hybrid orbitals. Out of 3 UZR hybrid orbitals, 2 hybrid orbitals are used up to form sigma bond with 2 hydrogen atoms. Here 2, and one more hybrid orbital. This is one more hybrid orbital of, that means third sp2 hybrid orbital of this carbon overlaps with sp2 hybrid orbital of this carbon along the axis to form a again sigma bond. This sigma bond lies between two carbon atoms, therefore it is called CC sigma bond. Here is a sigma bond. This sigma bond is formed by the axial end to end head on overlapping of two sp2 hybrid orbitals. So since this bond lies between two carbon atoms, it is called CC sigma bond. Sigma bond that lies between carbon and carbon. And here is a sigma bond, here is a sigma bond, here is a sigma bond, here is a sigma bond. All are formed by the axial or head-on or end-to-end overlapping of atomic orbitals. But these sigma bonds lies between carbon and hydrogen. So hence they are called sigma CH bonds. Just think of the unhybridized pz orbital. Use here, actually these hybrid orbitals, they lie perpendicular to the these unhybridized, this is one unhybridized pz orbital of this carbon atom, this is pz unhybridized pz orbital of this carbon atom. They lie perpendicular to each other, they lie parallel, ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು parallel ಆಗಿದೆ ಇವೆರಡು ಕೂಡ, but they are perpendicular to the plane of the molecule or the plane of the hybrid orbital, but they lie parallel to each other. So one lobe lies above the plane. You see, these two lobes lie above the plane, these two lobes lie below the plane. Say they overlapping. You see, these two lobes overlap and these two lobes overlap. To this type of overlapping is called sidewise overlapping or lateral overlapping. Unhybridized pz orbital of this carbon and unhybridized pz orbital of this carbon undergo sidewise overlapping or lateral overlapping. Lateral or sidewise overlapping of atomic orbital leads to the formation of pi bonds. Therefore it could be written as, use here, two carbon atoms, carbon and carbon. Here use here is a bond between these two carbon atoms, but this bond is formed by the axial overlapping of hybrid orbitals, therefore it is a sigma bond. And between these two carbon atoms, use here, these two carbon atoms, one more bond is formed between two unhybridized pz orbitals. This bond is formed by the sidewise overlapping of atomic orbitals, so it is called pi bond. One more bond is formed. Use here, between two bonds, one is sigma, another one is pi bond. Then use here is a CH bond, here is a CH bond, here is a CH bond, and here is a CH bond. This is our ethene molecule, complete structure of ethene molecule. From this it is very clear that our ethene molecule contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. If you see here, between any two atoms only one sigma bond is possible. Between any two atoms more than one pi bonds are possible. If there is a single bond between two atoms, it is sigma, no doubt. If there is a double bond between two atoms, one is sigma, another one is pi bond. If there is a triple bond between two atoms, one is sigma, the remaining two are pi bonds. Okay, this is about sp2 hybridization in case of ethene molecule. I think this is enough. In my next video, I am going to explain sp hybridization and effect of hybridization on bond length, bond strength, electronegativity of carbon atoms. Thank you.